Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Valoria goes left. Valoria flips it up and in!
Orlan Lamar, but Lamar gets the step and the finish.
Hail Mary. June Manzo will fire. Oh my goodness! June Manzo all the way from Serrano, Bebuelo, Serrano with the basket. Fuentes, no hesitation, gets it to go. No! Obisto, yeah! Jason Obisto with the putback!
This is day 4 of your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Season 7. We are live from the Batangas City Coliseum. And we have 3 games on tap, including this debut of Roy Sumang for Zamboanga Sikat. They take on the Val City Magic as the games continue here in Season 7 of your MPBL. Sidef Tupas working alongside Javi Palanya. And Javi, 2 teams with quite a different look from last season. Zamboanga, nagbago ang composition ng kanilang lineup. Val City, ganun din. Barely recognizable ang mga respective teams natin. But tingnan muna natin yung schedule natin. Mamaya, it's Gensan against Sarangani in the 6 p.m. game. And in the 8 p.m. game, it's a blockbuster showdown between the South Division rivals Quezon and Batangas City. So magandang laban po ang nakatakda ngayong Wednesday dito sa MPBL. And mamaya na tayo mag-uusapan yung lineups natin. Diretso muna tayo kay Miguel Pere for the starting lineups.
Happy Wednesday mga kaliga and welcome to the Batangas City Coliseum. It's Zamboanga versus Valenzuela for our first game on the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Time to meet our starting lineups, beginning with Zamboanga Sikat. Starting at guard number 2, Chino Mosqueda. Also at guard number 24, Ichi Altamirano. Starting at center, number 13, Paul Turco. Small forward number 18, JP Kawilan. And the other forward, number 17, Abdul Sawat. The head coach for Zamboanga Sikat is Bong Ramos. Assistant coaches Ian Valdez, Aileen Lebornio, Louis Bautista, and Carla Nuza. Team consultant is Egay Macaraya. Team managers are Ramay Raham and Alvin Muño. Team owner is Omar Chua. Now, the starting 5 for Val City Magic. Starting at center, number 13, JR Ongteco. 2 guard, number 3, John Formento. Forward, number 1, Kyle Napes. Also at forward, number 39, Kobe Monje. And at 1 guard, number 22, Lester Alvarez. The head coach for Val City Magic is Raymond Valenzuela. Assistant coaches Matthew Sia, Juben Ledesma, Jun Dizon, Errol Francisco, Maverick Chua, and Ian De La Torre. Assistant team manager is JB Garcia. Team manager is Adrian Anglim. Team executive is Congressman Eric Martinez. Team owner is Brian Calantok. referees for this ball game are crew chief Jojo.
Starting five of the game brought to you by 1xBet. Chino Mosqueda, Ichiel Tamirano, Paul Turco, JP Kawilan, and Abdul Sawat for Zamboanga. Val City has the returning Lester Alvarez, John Formento, JR Onteco, Kyle Napes, and Kobe Monje. Our referees for this matchup, Jojo Belnas, Alan Manzano, and Alvin Susonco. The fourth man is Arsenio Pacle. Navi, yung dalawang kupunan na to, as we mentioned, Zamboanga, a new look, actually new colors for them as well. Itong Val City, iba din yung composition and lineup nila from last season.
This Zamboanga team, basically the core of the Quezon City squad transferring over to this franchise, plus Roy Sumang and guys like Paul Turco and James Sena in the front court. Interesting to see how a guy like Paul Turco, fresh off a stint in the NCAA with the St. Benil Blazers, can fare here in his first stint in professional basketball.
And Ichiel Tamirano, who came back from an ACL injury, simula na maglaro to last season with Quezon City. Yung mga last games ng Quezon City, naglaro siya. Ngayon, he's back in the starting lineup. This time for Zamboanga Sikat. Still coached by Coach Bong Ramos. Siyempre si Coach Egay Macaraya is the consultant.
This is a very ragtag team that they have here. The players on their roster, all very capable defensive players, but everybody also can run the floor, even their big men.
They came close to a playoff berth last season.
That's correct, yeah.
Oo, medyo maigpit ang labanan doon. Sila ng Rizal. Siyempre, itong Quezon City and Val City actually. They were locked in that three-way race for the last playoff spot, which was secured by Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers. We started out the season very well last night against Basila and Port Masters.
They are picking up from where they left off last year. You remember last year, their first game, they started off beating defending champion Pampanga. As Valenzuela scores their first basket. Ito namang Val City ngayon. This team, a lot of MPBL veterans. Plus, you mentioned earlier the return of Lester Alvarez in that point guard spot. Interesting to see how Lester has prepared for the season and how well he can fare kung gaano ba kondisyon si Lester Alvarez ngayon. But of course, the leadership, hindi na matatawaran yan.
Oo, speaking of condition, ito hindi nawawala sa kondisyon. Chino Mosqueda.
Always in shape.
On that really strong drive, getting the basket for Zamboanga. Here's John Formento, finished last season with Negros, and he is a sharpshooter to si John Formento.
Correct. It's a nice combination to have with Lester Alvarez in the backcourt because they can interchange that 1 and 2 spot. Both capable scorers, but also both are capable of facilitating for their teammates. Plus, they also have a new guy in Kobe Monje, his first stint also in the pros para dito sa Val City.
Well, Kobe Monje actually played with Manila in the fourth season of the
that's
league.
correct, yeah. So, pero SGL player pa siya noon.
Oo. So that was before he played for Letran. Some issue here. I wonder kung ano ang reason ng delay natin. And 4-2. JP Kawilan. Abdul Sawat. Mosqueda. Turco with the pick. Mosqueda to Abdul Sawat. Attacks, finds Turco inside.
This is what Zamboanga will be most proud of this year, and I'm sure Coach Bong Ramos, all of his teams, ito talaga ang pinofocus nila. It's that perpetual movement off the ball and on the ball sa kanilang opensa, which makes it hard for defenses to guess what they're gonna do.
In and out on that three from Formento. Napes is denied by Abdul Sawat. Onteco, he gets the bounce. Four points for JR Onteco out of the 6 for Val City.
You gotta say, this front court of Val City, matangkad to, with Onteco, Napes, and Monje playing that 4, 5, and 3 spots.
Oh, nice bounce inside, and Turco able to gather and score.
Abdul Sawat, a very underrated passer, able to find Paul Turco on the roll. They're showing that everybody is willing to let go of that basketball for better opportunities. Itong Zamboanga.
Tied at 6 apiece. Taken away by Mosqueda. And Chino will lay it in. Immediately an early timeout for Coach Raymond Valenzuela. Zamboanga has taken an 8-6 lead with 7 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first period. Take a look.
Back at the Batangas City Coliseum for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abisamis, and after covering 2 games up north, it's very refreshing for me to be down south at lalo na nakain ko ang aking paboritong lomi. And speaking of refreshing, napag-usapan mo nga si Delph kanina, napakaganda ng bagong kulay nitong Zamboanga, ang kulay orange. Bago ang team, bago ang players, but of course their core is not so new. Napag-usapan na natin to. Sila nga ang dating QC team. Coach Egay Macaraya was proud to have started training since November. Dala ng frustration nila that they were 1 game short of entering the playoffs last season. Biro nga ni Coach Bong, kung wala yung result sa North last season, pasok sana kami. Ngayon, kasama na naman namin sila dito sa South. And speaking of Coach Bong, he is glad to have his former UE Red Warrior King and Roy Sumang with them, along with James Sena, to lead the team. Sabi nga ni Coach Egay, I made sure I got 1 anchor in my backcourt and 1 in my front line. Sila na ang bahala sa mga bata. Si Delph, happy.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Ba? Nakapag-lomi na si Mika. Nag-lomi ka rin ba kanina?
Siyempre naman.
Medyo late eh. May work. May work ako eh. So, hindi ako umabot. But nonetheless, yeah, we talk about this Zamboanga team and Roy Sumang, one of the first signings announced by Zamboanga a few weeks ago. And James Sena, syempre, parehong may experience sa PBA. And you know, something that a young team in the MPBL really needs, no? Itong mga veteran presence sa Kawilan, hoists the 3 and misses. Monhe with a rebound.
You're very right. Kasi minsan ang tendency ng mga batang player, especially fresh out of college or with no professional experience yet coming here into the MPBL, mapusok, you know, always wanting to prove themselves in every opportunity that they get. But that really shouldn't be the case all the time. Sometimes you really have to be in control. And of course, mapansin mo kung anong ginagawa mo all the time. And that's the guidance of veterans like James Sena and Roy Sumang. That's what they can bring you.
Sena was with Manila last season. And Lester Alvarez, the former 3-point king of the MPBL. He was part of that championship team in the first season with Batangas. So he feels right at home here at the Batangas City Coliseum. Kawilan to Turco, back out to Mosqueda. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Chino, nice pass, but play broken up. Alvarez with a steal.
Oh, Lester Alvarez looking like he's in great shape, at least here for the start of this game.
J.R. Ongteco, nabitaw ng bola, picked up by Nate Perez, launches a 3. Iba ni Ichi Altamirano. Abdul Sawat. Great matchup here with Monhe. Kawilan. Jumper. Won't go. Iba ni Formento.
That's something I'm expecting to see more from JP Kawilan this season. Putting the ball on the floor and attempting a bit more shots inside the arc to give him more variety in his offense.
Check out this 3-point shot of the game, brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. With a hand in his face, and Lester Alvarez knocking down the 3 ball. Burgos coming in for Kawilan or Rojas. And Lordy Casajeros and J.R. Alabanza are also in the game. Alabanza fires too strong. Mosqueda with a rebound. Chino onto Ichi Altamirano. And Casajeros with a hustle play, recovered by Mosqueda. Chino, teardrop, no. One hand ends up with a rebound.
Altamirano held on to that ball too long on that right side of the floor. Could have gave it up already to have Chino Mosqueda set up the offense and get them going.
They go to Monhe against Abdul Sawat. Kobe, couple of fakes in and out on that attempt. Monhe with a steal. Throws the ball away again. Mosqueda. Now with Altamirano. Ishi lets it fly and puts it in for three.
If there's one guy who loves taking that three-pointer off the bounce, it's Ichi Altamirano. We saw that before the injury. Just sad that he went down with that injury a couple of years ago. I'm glad to see him in full strength now with Zamboanga.
Monhe, corner three, no good. Trying to hustle. Rojas picks it up. Altamirano, heat check. Yes!
Once he gets one down, he's hot.
And he's asked to be subbed off. Back-to-back three-pointers para kay Ichi Altamirano. Kahit ako magpapasab agad ako Baka magmintis ako sa next.
Magmintis no? You gotta stay perfect. But Ichi Altamirano, it's a good start here para sa kanya. And he's been really playing a lot of defense as well on the other side. Great start to the game for Ichi Altamirano.
Sab mo ako, coach. Ayoko magmintis 14-9. 3 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. It looks like there is a challenge on that out of bounds decision. So we will be right back for the result of this challenge.
Good decision by referees to overturn the call.
Roy Sumang is in the game together with James Una, Reg Gabat, and Kalisay. Rojas short on the jumper. Casajeros quickly to Formento. Naagaw ni Gabat. And he gets the 2 points.
You might think, looking at this five on the floor for Zamboanga, that the offense might be primarily coming from Roy Sumang, but Reg Gabat is a very underrated scorer, can shoot it from the outside and also attack the hoop off the bounce.
Casajeros umatake. Formento able to recover. Lo to Formento, has to put it up off the glass and in.
Simple lang basketball para kay John Formento.
Oo. No, ang galing niya sa mga angulo doon sa mga tira niya no?
So good at finding that bank from that side.
Alisay misses the three. Una is fouled on the offensive rebound.
Nakikita mo talaga lahat ng mga bagong kinuha na player ni Coach Bong tsaka ni Coach Egay, puro mga hustle players
Masisipag na mga players. So
Play both sides.
Yung composition bigla ng mga teams dito, they're looking beyond the big names now, and trying to coaches trying to instill their own system, make sure that the players buy into that system.
Because at the end of the day, it's a long season. And even if you have the big names, if they don't gel with their other teammates, then wala ring mangyayari sa kanila.
J.R. Labanza, nabitawan ang bola dun sa ilalim on that pass. 17-11. Lau is set to check in for Val City. Roy Sumang. Expect mo lagi na pasahan ka ni Roy Sumang.
He's now at that point in his career.
Pagkakampi mo siya.
Well, we were talking to him before the game and we said that he's going to score a lot more points now in this team. But he said he would like to distribute to his teammates better than scoring the basketball now.
Nanibago ako dun eh.
Sabi niya kasi, 35 na ako eh. Eh wala naman sa itsura eh.
Kaya nga, mukha siyang 34 and a half. I didn't expect it though. I actually was surprised that he said he was 35.
Yeah. Wala naman talaga sa itsura. No doubt about it. Actually, walang cooking yan. Wala talaga sa itsura. He continues to be in great shape. The athleticism is still there. Although it wasn't really like a few years back that he could really jump high. Pero kaya niya pa rin to make those athletic plays eh.
Well, may evolution na kahit papano yung laro niya, no? Takes a lot of outside shots. Beautiful post move. Too small sign. No, wala pa.
Not really the type to make those kinds of celebrations. Ito si Kim Lo. But, ito si Kim Lo, when he's in shape, he's very much a guy that you can utilize on both sides of the floor. Matalinong player, guy who can play physical on defense. He can also hit the outside shot.
First attempt by Roy Sumang. Hindi pumasok. 7-second differential. Game clock and shot clock. Alabanza. It is last touch on a Val City player.
You could see the stark difference in the way that these two teams run their offense. As you see here, Kim Lo getting the better of his matchup against Reg Gabat.
Iniwas sa double team. Rojas drives. In the middle, he puts it in for two.
Very confident move. Drive to the middle and then spin to the other side. John Edsel Rojas finishing the quarter with that deuce.
Zamboanga Sikat off to a solid start here sa kanilang kampanya this season. 19-13 at the end of the first period. Zamboanga looking good as they race to an early advantage here. Chino Mosqueda, pinakitaan tayo ng magandang depensa that time. Val City, obviously the intensity not there yet to match kung anong pinapakita nitong Zamboanga Sikat. Isha Tamirano had a couple of three-pointers in that first period, and at the end of one, Zamboanga 19, Val City 13.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, para sa 100% pagbabago, para sa 100% paglilingkod, para sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MP! Kahati mo, si Manny!
And it was a heartbreaking exit because dun pa sa kanilang home court ang kanilang pagkatalo na yun.
Tama ka dyan, and that's the reason why guys like JC Marcelino decided to leave the squad and look for new beginnings in greener pastures. The Marcelino twins now with the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguard. So this is a totally new look Zamboanga team, as we've already discussed at the start. And they wish that this core of players that they got from Quezon City plus Roy Sumang and James Sena will get them deeper into the playoffs this season.
Troy Ignacio is still there. Siya lang yata yung remnant from that team. Rojas, offensive foul.
He used his elbow to push off his defender there. Got a lot more confidence after hitting that shot to end the quarter earlier and thought that he could get it one-on-one again, but much more physical defense being shown by the Magic on that end of the floor.
8 of 15 shooting for Zamboanga, 6 of 13 for Val City. Zamboanga shooting above 50% sa unang quarter natin. Lordy Casajeros against his former teammate at UE, Roy Sumang. Lordy, natapik, turnover. There you go, forward pass to Roy Sumang. Goes cross court. Reverse layup. Oh, wow, what a move.
Kalisay getting it on the reverse right there. That offense of Zamboanga Sikat almost going to waste with a couple of errant passes, but good thing Roy Sumang was able to save that play and find Kalisay on the other side, finishing on the right.
7 seconds on the shot clock here for Val City. And Formento misses the three.
Really stagnant offense that we see from the Magic here in the first half. Not a lot of people moving around off the ball.
And they will wait for friends. Casajeros. Formento takes the jumper. That's short. Gabat. Hanap si Rojas. Foul on the pass. Meanwhile, check out this play of the game brought to you by 1x. Has to save this, and he does to Sumang. Salem is in the game. These are his former teammates at UC.
Correct, yeah.
Rojas down low to Una. Yes.
I love the willingness to find the open man here for Zamboanga Sikat. This is a product of months and months of training, of being with each other. That chemistry really showing here in the first half para sa Zamboanga.
Casajeros misses the three. Reg Gabat to Kalisay. Against Lau. Kalisay pinilit. No good. Rebound niya. Rojas. No look pass. Gabat is fouled hard by Alabanza.
A lot of extra passing. They're baiting the defense into a lot of shot attempts, but at the last moment, ipapasa rin nila. Ang ganda na naging ikot ng bola dito ng Zamboanga.
So this was the extra pass from Rojas to Una.
Hockey assist coming from Roy Sumang.
Reg Gabat at the line. That's the first one to drop. Has played for Sarangani as well, right?
Correct, yeah.
Reg Gabat.
That's why he's no stranger to high-octane offense.
His free throws brought to you by Extreme Appliances, a subok at kompletong appliance brand na Pilipinas.
Former member of the San Sebastian Stags in the NCAA.
Kaya din ni Coach Ega yun doon.
Yes.
Mel Mabigat, the veteran, is in the game. John Umali as well, from formerly of Paranaque. And it's a dribbling violation on Mel Mabigat.
Mel Mabigan isn't really used to handling the basketball beyond the three-point line. So that's good pressure being given by Zamboanga to force him to put that ball on the floor.
It's a 9-point lead para dito sa Zamboanga. Sikat bola ng Zamboanga ngayon. Are. It's a travel on Rojas.
He's getting a lot of playing time here para kay Coach Bong Ramos. Ito si John Edsel Rojas just turning the ball over that possession.
James Una comes in for, goes to the bench for James Sena, who's entered the game for the first time. Umali back to Mabigan. Mel with a jumper.
A little triangle setup right there para sa Val City on that last possession, going pinch post to John Umali. A play which he's very familiar with playing for Coach Mike Chagigit in Parañaque.
Foul on Mel Mabigan. Kalisay is replaced by Luciano. Nine-point lead para sa Zamboanga. And Val City has been firing blanks here in the second quarter. Are, long on the jumper. Jero Onteco returns for Ketlao. So Ignacio to inbound for Zamboanga. Sena. Mike Are. Luciano against Salem. Ignacio fires a three and he scores.
Nice to see Choi Ignacio getting early playing time here in their first game of the season. Remember last year, although he was a homegrown for Zamboanga, didn't really see a lot of court action under Coach Louie Alas as Salem scores for Val City. Much needed basket para sa kanila.
Na parang ganun din para kay Salem eh, no?
Yeah.
Bigyan siya ng maagang oras dito.
At sila pa nagpalitan ng tres at that last sequence.
27-18 for Zamboanga. Are will drive right. The kick out to Sena. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Ignacio. The turnaround shot. Travel.
A little bit of hesitation there as he tried to make a dream shake. Ito si Choi Ignacio. But see here, SLM getting the open look. Late on the closeout was Rojas, I think.
Onteco to Umali. Salem. Jero Onteco. Kobe Monhe is back in the game. Monhe drives short on the layup. Here's Mike Are. The bounce pass to Kawilan. Basket plus the foul.
Actually, medyo mababa nga yung bounce pass na dineliver doon ni Michael Are. But still, JP Kawilan getting to that basketball, leaning into his defender, absorbing the contact and finishing through it.
JP Kawilan, one of the finest shooters in the league.
Indeed. And he really has become quite a household name playing under Coach Bong Ramos. He has star potential in this league. I believe ito si JP Kawilan. Bata pa ito eh.
JR Onteco.
Not sure what the mix-up here is. It's 29-18. Kawilan is some teams also wanted his services, lalo na yung kanyang home province, Isabela.
You could see why, because he's a tall player who has a great touch from the outside. So definitely teams will be salivating to get JP Kawilan.
Meanwhile, Mika has a report.
For those wondering kung bakit nga wala pa itong si Louis Vigil, when I was able to talk to him, obviously a great pickup for Val City. Yun nga, he has yet to see if he can actually play in the next 2 games because of a hamstring strain on his left leg. But before this happened, during a tune-up, he has already started to get into the system of Coach Raymond Valenzuela. Bagay na bagay daw sa veterans ang style niya. So he will not be babying, in his words, itong strain niya. Alam naman natin, easy 20 to 30 points itong si Louis. So Louis Vigil is already gigil to get back up sa Del Javi.
The gigil, Louis Vigil.
Is that gonna stay?
I don't know. I have to ask Louis if he approves of the moniker. Okay? Hindi, kailangan natin ipaalam, no? So, but Louis Vigil had a really good season with Bacolod, no?
Definitely.
Notwithstanding the record, okay?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, he came in late, only played 13 games, but his averages were through the roof. Almost 25 points per game last year. And I think more than 8 rebounds per game ito si Louis Vigil.
Eh, paano ba naman hindi tataas ang puntos mo? Eh, minsan 6 lang kayo naglalaro, 7. Di ba?
It really had no choice. And we knew that even from his high school days that Louis Vigil has been a natural born scorer, and you know that when he has that basketball, he's gonna make sure that he has a chance to get 2 points, maybe even 3.
Yeah, he had a big 30-point game against San Juan, no, in a losing effort. 6-7, no, and then in their last game, I think there were only 7 or 6 of them.
I don't think he played a game wherein they were more than 10 players.
Oh, I could have suited up for that team, by the way, as a homegrown.
That's right.
As a homegrown. Kaso, sayang eh. Sayang oras.
Maybe in the near future, we will still see that.
Oo. Parang mga Kuya Marlon Basco.
Yun na nga.
SLM quickly to Ongteco. Inside, Kobe Monje.
That's not something I'm sure Coach Bong Ramos is proud of. Getting beat in transition. Few guys getting late to get back down on defense, but SLM with a good recognition to see Ongteco up ahead of the pack.
Daing Are. Oh, it's Mike Are, by the way. Monje has brought some much-needed energy dito sa Val City.
He now has more speed. And that's why he's been allowed to play the 3 spot here by Coach Raymond Valenzuela. This was the last play. Monje was all alone. Joy Ignacio might have been caught ball watching there.
There is a challenge here.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Hati mo, si Manny!
Val City had a 14-14 record last season, 10th in the North Division, and they did not reach the playoffs. But this is good enough for a play-in spot this year.
Correct, yeah, where
As
you do have that.
We have changed our format. Senna misses the layup.
And you know, things are on the upward trend para sa Val City because a couple of years ago, they only had 3 wins. So that 14 wins is definitely a big improvement from a couple of years ago. And this year, they aim to finally make it into the postseason and maybe get deep into the playoffs with this kind of lineup. A lot of veterans in their roster. Monje getting his 4th point of the game.
Kobe Monje continues to play well here for Val City. Kawilan with a runner. No. O'Malley to Kobe Monje for 2.
That's the 3rd time in this quarter alone that Kobe Monje outran the whole Zamboanga team.
Yeah, he's a good pickup para dito sa team na to, no?
He will definitely give a breath of fresh air for these veterans.
Mike, strip. Kawilan launches. Yes!
They needed that. Val City was on a big run outscoring itong Zamboanga in the past 3 possessions. Good thing Kawilan was able to hit that shot from beyond the arc.
O'Malley. Ito sa kanyang tres. Abdul Sawat with a rebound. Altamirano. Bitawan ng bola. Slip. Are with a steal. That's a foul on O'Malley.
It's a pity we're not going to be able to see Michael Are play with Paeng this season. But you could expect that whenever Michael Are is on the floor, he's going to play good defense. Here, Kobe Monje ahead of the pack again. James Senna could not go back down and chase him down. Here, Are strip, locating Kawilan wide open for the 3-point shot.
Mike Are at the line. Nasa penalty na ang Val City. The team is also made up of a few remnants of that B-Call team last season.
Correct, yeah. That Bicol squad did not win. They only had 1 win last year.
So they took a lead this season. Monje. Hook pass to O'Malley. Napes, the extra pass. Lester Alvarez misses the 3.
Alvarez had a good start to this game in the first quarter.
Sawat is fouled by Napes. Hinanap ka talaga yung contact dun.
He knew that Napes would try to block that shot, and so initiating the contact prevented Napes from getting a chance to swat that ball away.
Abdul Sawat. (34-24), 62 seconds remaining.
Oh, you had a lot of stoppages here in the first half.
Foul on Val City Magic for improper bench decorum, 2nd infraction.
The 2nd infraction of improper bench decorum. Dahil ang maraming players na nakatayo.
That's something that both coaching staffs have to ensure during a game, that lahat nakaupo. Although di naman yan parating napapansin, but if our referees do notice that, especially if it's the second time, technical talaga yung itatawag sa'yo dyan.
36-24, Zamboanga cashing in on that mistake of Val City. That's last touch on Kawilan. Val City seems to pick up their intensity in phases in the game.
Correct, yeah. Not in consistent fashion.
Oo, parang hindi pareho yung buhos, kumbaga.
Tama ka dyan. And it's really with different fives on the floor. You saw it here in the second quarter with Kobe Mone returning to the game. So hopefully, you know, with him staying on the floor, makontinue nila yung intensity na sinasabi mo si Del. But missed that shot right there on that last play.
That is last touch on Monhe. 36.4 seconds remaining in the half.
And also what's been preventing them from actually gaining momentum is those small mistakes that they make, that last technical foul, and the fouls that they give up, unnecessary fouls.
And we have a timeout. Zamboanga trying to execute here with 36.4 seconds remaining. It's 36-24. They're up by 12.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, para sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Hati mo, si Manny!
Nagbabalik ang MPBL with Zamboanga ahead by 12 against Val City in the late stages of the second quarter. Altamirano for three. It's good.
Well, he hasn't missed yet. Third three-point shot of the game.
Lead is at 15. Val City can go for the last shot of the half. John Formento. He gets trapped. He finds Lordy. Colby Monhe to the corner. No good. And that will do it. Really poor second quarter from Val City. And Zamboanga rolls to the half with a 15-point lead against Valenzuela. I'm gonna wonder what's missing here for Valenzuela.
Just a small spurt of brilliance in that second quarter para sa Val City, but Zamboanga playing well all throughout, especially towards the tail end where they capitalized on those small mistakes by Val City.
39-24, we'll be right back.
Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
back at the Batangas City Coliseum for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis, and right now I am joined by a very special guest who is Louis Vigil. Louis, sa score na ito siguradong hinahanap ka no, ng mga fans ng Val City. Of course, your scoring is very much needed in this ball game. Ano nga ba ang kwento at kailan ka daw ba makakabalik?
Medyo may hamstring strain ako. So I have to nurse it. Kailangan ko fully recover bago makabalik sa hard court. But it's still first half pa lang, and maganda naman yung defense namin, and hopefully mag-click kami sa second quarter, especially on our offensive schemes.
Louis, you've been with the team for almost a month, no? So you've already had practices with them. Kumusta so far yung practices nyo, yung chemistry ng boys, yung samahan nyo so far?
Actually, it's pretty good. We prepared early. For 1 month and a half na yata akong naka-attend sa practices. We have a couple of tune-ups, and syempre in terms of bonding, magkakasama kami, kumain after. Yung management namin, sila boss, hindi kami pinapabayaan after. They treat us for dinner. This part of our team bonding also.
So sana nga mag-translate na yan sa second half dito sa larong ito. Louis, meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Wait lang, meron akong kodigo. First of all, we would like to thank Sure Homes, Realty Incorporated, Pure Blends, DCG Steel kay Boss Den, Ever Gourmet Corporation, Anytime Fitness Fatima Valenzuela, and Buños, Accelerated Fit Wellness and Pain Clinic, Publing's Barbershop, YPS Clothing Trading. Syempre, special thanks to Mayor Wes Gatchalian, our very own Valenzuela Congressman Eric Martinez, Dr. Kat Martinez, and Boss BC Brian Kalantok, and our CEO ng Sure Homes, si Boss Sherwin Sevilla.
Maraming salamat, and we hope to see you back on the court real soon. Louis Vigil of Val City. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas, 50 ka.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Halftime dito sa Batangas City Coliseum where the Zamboanga Sikat have a 15-point advantage against the Val City Magic after the first two quarters. Zamboanga, 50% shooting, and it says a lot dito sa depensa ng Val City. And also Val City, it's not like they're making up for it offensively. They've been actually, stagnant sa kanilang opensa. So right now, they're staring at a lot of problems going to the second half, Javi.
Correct. Down by 15 right now after the first two quarters. They were outscored in the second quarter 11 to 20, and that's the reason why they're in this hole right now, because you mentioned it already earlier. The offense of Val City has been stagnant. There's not much movement on the offensive side of the floor. Their defense has been horrible, to say the least, while itong Zamboanga, they've been playing consistently all throughout. Not really a lot of errors, although they have 8 turnovers. They managed to force Valenzuela into 10 turnovers, making that into 9 turnover points. And they've also managed to get 5 3-point shots off, 3 of those coming from Ichiel Tamirano.
Ichiel Tamirano is still perfect from beyond the arc. 3 of 3 para sa kanya. And he's got 9 points in a little over in 10 minutes of action.
Yeah, really looking very comfortable right here in the first half. Let's see if this can translate on over to the second half.
Itong question lagi dito for Val City, when will they turn up the intensity? Queda scores over Casajeros.
Ayan, minsan na naging sakit pag puro veterano ang nasa lineup mo. They tend to relax in the first two quarters and just turn on the gas in the third and fourth periods. But sometimes it's not enough because ang lalim na ng butas na nadig para sa kanila. And right now, it's a 17-point advantage.
Formento, shot clock is winding down. Formento had to put it up. Monje gets the offensive rebound all by his lonesome. Only red shirt sa area na yon, and he wins the rebound battle and puts it in for the 2 points.
He already has 8 points in this game. He's the lone bright spot para sa Val City. You could see him, the only guy really bringing the energy on both sides of the floor. And Val City's offense, after the initial ball screen, wala na masyadong gumagalaw. And the defense of Zamboanga just waiting for what will happen. Very easy to spot and anticipate what they're going to do.
He's got 6 rebounds now, Monje. To go with 8 points. Alam mong si Kobe Monje just waiting for his opportunity.
He's actually trying to make his own destiny here. He's not relying on what Val City is running offensively. He's going for those loose balls, crashing the offensive glass, and trying to get points off of those hustle plays.
41-26, another turnover. For Val City, that's 11 turnovers para sa kanila. Only 8 for Zamboanga as Turco misses from close range.
Everything but the shot right there. He waited for Alabanza to body him up and then spinning quickly to the baseline to open para sa kanya, missing that shot.
Alabanza goes right at Turco. Labas muna kay Formento. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Napes swings it over. And Alabanza able to draw the foul on Kawilan.
Despite that, you could really notice that everybody's just standing around and waiting for the ball to get to them. Not really a lot of movement para dito sa Val City. They're relying on the guy with the basketball to make something happen.
Rojas is back in the game, replacing Kawilan.
Had a good stretch in the first quarter off the bench. Ito si John Edsel Rojas.
4 points para kay JR Alabanza. Yan yung pangalan niya sa Facebook. Ano yata? Yards.
Bakit Yarch?
Parang ano lang yan eh.
Binaligtad niya
Aports.
lang. Okay. HL Temerano once again getting set up here by the Zamboanga squad. They're really looking for him and wanting to get him going. They know that this first game is very important for him para sa kanyang kumpiyansa moving forward.
Well, they lost him in the first game last season. Ito si HL Tamirano for Quezon City. I remember that game.
He was playing well before that.
Meanwhile, Armika Abisamis has a report.
Ichi Altamirano is proud to be back at what he calls his second chance at his career. Sabi niya, Mika, pang-end ng career ang nangyari sa akin. And you know, I noticed compared to a giddy, always smiling Ichi before, he is actually much more serious now. Sabi ko, ilang percent na ba ang recovery mo? He said, physically 100%. Pero sa totoo lang, yung ankle ko lang ang makakapagsabi niyan. Although na-try na daw niya ito over a few tune-up games, Nueva, Batangas, Quezon, sa third tune-up pa lang daw bumalik ang confidence niya. Which means, his confidence mentally ang hindi pa 100%. But he said, I will be back. I will be back. And we can see that, brother. So Delph, Javi.
41-28. Thank you for that, Mika. And clearly, you got a feel for someone like Ichi Altamirano, young player who had a lot of potential, you know, and it's always, you know, actually, you know, character defining, character building para sa, you know, for someone like him to go through that and be here right now in uniform and playing well.
That's correct. And you know, it's for Ichi, this is something that he wants to get over with. He wants to make sure that he's still capable of being one of the big names here in the league. That guy, Abdul Sawat, knocking down a three-point shot. He's also going to be a vital cog for Zamboanga this year, a very versatile player. If he improves that outside shot, Zamboanga is going to be much harder to deal with.
Casajeros. Napes. Altamirano now with Abdul Sawat. Inside, Rojas off the glass and in.
A forced shot by Rojas there, but still manages to finish despite the defense, that heavy defense in front of him. Undersized big, but knows how to play physical and finish through those kinds of contact.
44-28, may timeout na naman tayo with 6.5 minutes remaining in the third.
Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan, tulungan ang nangangailangan, basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, Season 7. In Batangas City on this Wednesday afternoon. For Mento will get the roll.
If Val City is to get back into this game, John Formento is one of the guys that has to step it up, not just in scoring, but also in making sure that his team plays well on the floor. He has to be one of the leaders for this squad, along with guys like Lester Alvarez. They have to be able to huddle up their guys and regroup.
Casajeros avoids the steal. Monje in the paint. The kick out to Formento. That will be Val City possession. 4 seconds in the shot clock. Alabanza, does he know? That's poor recognition.
Exactly. If you know that your shot clock only has 4 seconds left, why do you go to a guy that really isn't relied on offensively? He has not been an offensive player all throughout his career, and yet Lordy Casajeros decides to go to a guy like J.R. Alabanza.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. With Roy Sumang. Turco spins, blocked by Napes. Formento pulls up for 3. Tabingi yung kanyang tira. Monje rises for the offensive rebound. Blocked, but there's a foul.
The bulk of Kobe Monje's production in this game has come from just that. Offensive rebounds and hustle plays. Not relying on his other teammates and what they do offensively. Formento missing that pull-up 3 in transition. And not realizing that he had other teammates going back. They're gonna have to share the basketball and be unpredictable more on offense. Because for now, Zamboanga is pretty sure what they're gonna do in the half court.
Kobe Monje. 1 for 2. There's a double lane violation. Ball will remain with Val City. James Una back on the floor, replacing Turco. Val City only 32 points. First 25 minutes of the ball game. Salem goes to Monje. 8 on the shot clock. Formento. Binabatay ni Sumang. John Formento, the bump and the bucket.
See how much they have to bleed for their points. Itong Val City Magic. Again, the shot clock winding down. Formento had to flash to receive the basketball. Alabanza was asking for it, but decided Formento to put the ball on the floor, attacking the gap and finishing through the contact.
He completes the three-point play. John Formento played for Negros last season. Started his career here in the MPBL with Bataan. It's a foul on Alabanza.
That ball screen defense of Val City has been very poor in this game.
Sumang gets away, trying to bounce it off to Rojas. Monje leaking out, and play broken up by Una.
They're getting some lucky breaks here itong Val City. They're only down by 11 points right now.
From Teco to Formento. Formento double team. And there's a foul.
And itong Zamboanga getting caught over the limit with still 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter. So this might be something that Val City can capitalize on, especially with how aggressive Zamboanga has been blitzing, trapping, and pressuring the basketball here in this game.
John Formento. Really solid player here in the MPBL. He's got 12 points. And Val City coming alive briefly here in the third quarter. And they've trimmed the deficit to 9 points. And forces Zamboanga Sikat into a timeout. We'll be right back. A tournament format this season, 30 teams in 15 each in the North and South divisions. The top 6 go into the playoffs outright, and number 7 to number 10 will battle in a play-in tournament. And alam naman natin kung gaano kasaya ang play-in tournament.
That's going to be knockout games before we enter the postseason, and that's going to be very exciting. It gives more teams a chance to enter into the playoffs, especially now that it's a more balanced playing field on both divisions compared to the past few years. A lot more teams have really beefed up, and mas kompleto yung mga nagiging pieces ng mga teams natin ngayon.
And Napes forces the turnover, 46-37. Parang nadadala itong Zamboanga sa... Parang sila naman ang medyo lethargic itong third quarter.
Well, Val City is playing much more physical here. That's really something that they are at advantage of compared to Zamboanga. Nakita mo naman yung mga players nitong Val City. Lahat yan talaga mga physical na players.
Dulsawat, plenty of time on the shot clock. Back out to Altamirano. Are, corner 3 is good.
That's a much-needed shot to end the drought here for Zamboanga. You remember in the second period when Val City was also trying to make a mini run on the shoulders of Kobe Mone. JP Kawilan also hit a 3 to end that drought para sa kanila. But Jerome Teco answering with a 3 of his own.
Bitawan ng bola. Here's, turnover. Formento on the run. Antay nakakampi. Back out to Hesalem. Nonghe was the other option there. Formento to Napes. Libre si Onteco, but Napes sinks the floater.
Now they're making all the right decisions and not tentative anymore in setting up their offense. Their execution has been spot on, attacking the gaps and seeing where the Zamboanga defense are committing mistakes.
Rojas puts it in. Flexes his muscle inside against Kyle Napes. 6 na puntos na para kay Edsel Rojas.
Yeah, he's not a very flashy player, but he's just so brave, and he knows, he's confident that he can make the shot off one-on-one situation against any defender.
Here's Napes, launches the three. Nauna yung board. Are, and Napes had to give up the foul. This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Michael Are knocks it down from beyond the arc.
A three-point shot has been one of the big reasons why Zamboanga has been able to maintain this lead. 7-4 in terms of made three-point shots in this game in favor of Zamboanga Sikat.
51-42. And Val City just can't seem to put together a really strong push here. Seems like something or Zamboanga seems to come up with a counter every time they make some progress.
Yeah, every time there is a series of shots consecutively being knocked down by Val City, there's always a three-point shot by Zamboanga. Earlier in the first half, it was JP Kawilan. And then now, earlier, we saw that corner shot by Michael Are, restoring order para sa Zamboanga. And after those shots, Val City, they always seem to be crumbling down again.
Loose ball. And that will be a sportsman-like foul. They're asking for a whistle dun sa kabila.
Now that's basketball's version of an offside. What we previously used to call an advantage foul. And no red shirts up ahead. All Zamboanga Sikat players up their front court. That's an easy call for our referees. Didn't even have to review it.
But misses.
Free throws, though, have been surprisingly horrible for Zamboanga in this game. This was the last play. Kim Lo finding himself bottled up on that baseline, and then that basketball just picked off by the Zamboanga defense. Rojas has always been ahead of the back whenever those kinds of loose ball plays happen.
Here's Gabat. Michael Are. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Extra pass. Reg Gabat for three. Rebound. Una. Basket plus the foul. 5 points para kay James Una.
If you look at the lineup of both teams on the floor, Val City has the slight edge in terms of height, but in terms of effort, they have been outclassed for most of the game by the Zamboanga squad. James Una getting himself in good position once again against Kyle Napes and J.R. Ongteco to get that offensive rebound.
James Una 6 points and 5 boards in the ball game. Pressure here from... Oh, lapit na sa 8 seconds. No, 1 second na lang.
And those are the things na nakakapanghinayang na lang if ikaw si Coach Bong Ramos and Coach Ege Macaraya. But you're gonna let that go because you could see the effort coming from your players, just relentless on the defensive end despite being up by a comfortable margin. The effort continues to pour on para sa kanila.
55-43. 75 seconds remaining. In the third quarter, Lester Alvarez mintis ang free throw. Una with a rebound. Gabat. 14 on the shot clock. Mike Are. That's a foul on Lester Alvarez.
That's going to be free throws. These Zamboanga players are just too quick for the defense of Val City. Each time a Zamboanga player puts the ball on the floor, ang Val City makakasunod for a couple of steps at may iwan na ulit sila, which forces either the help side defense or the guy guarding the basketball to foul. And that's exactly what happened in that last play. Lester Alvarez forced to give up the personal.
7-43. Val City trying to advance the ball here. .45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Ongteco. Shot clock at 5. Alvarez has to put it up. No. Are. 3-on-1 break. Are. Short. Una. Flies in for the stick back.
You always run back despite the guy with the basketball going up for the shot, because you always have to anticipate a miss in situations like that. And that time, James Una, once again, getting the putback.
59-43, 8 seconds remaining. Alvarez to Lo. Pinilit. No. Salem for 3. That will do it for the third quarter as Val City inch closer in this quarter. No? Dumikit sila konti, pero Zamboanga Sikat restoring order thanks to plays like this from Rojas. The highlights of the game are brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. John Formento there trying to bring Val City Magic back into the contest. Pero maganda ang pinapakita dito ng Zamboanga, lalo na ito si James Una. Fourth quarter underway between Zamboanga Sikat and Val City Magic. Val City only held to 43 points, but that was their best scoring quarter to third quarter.
They had 19, but you know, they started that quarter up 13-7, and then throughout that period, midway, they were outscored 13-6. Ito na yung sinasabi natin na each time that they make a run, Zamboanga always has an answer. It's usually a 3-point shot. And after that, things start to go downward para sa Val City. Now it's a 17-point lead they're staring at.
5 points na para kay Reg Gabat. 2 for 2. And John Formento returns for Salem. Casajeros, Monje, Lau, Formento, and Lester Alvarez ang 5 sa loob for Val City. Kalisay, Gabat, Rojas, Una, and Are ang para naman sa Zamboanga turnover.
Yeah, the right thing in mind. Lester Alvarez was wide open on that right corner, but the execution of the pass, terrible there para kay John Formento.
Maraming salamat sa LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Are. Rojas inside the paint. Could not get the roll. Monje with a rebound. Fouled by Rojas.
Edsel Rojas is actually playing against his former teammates in Bicol last year.
And you know what I noticed? It's funny because parang hindi pinagpapawisan itong mga Val City players.
Actually, yeah.
Di ba?
Samantalang itong
Si Monhe lang yung pinagpapawisan
Yun
kanina
na
at
nga.
saka si Formento.
you can see Lester Alvarez at Kent Lau here. Parang fresh na fresh pa eh.
Kaya nga eh. Parang kakadating lang for the game.
Exactly.
61-45 inside James Una.
He is having a spectacular game, James Una. 10 points now, 7 rebounds in the game in just under 13 minutes of gameplay. Ito si James Una.
Monhe will drive. Monhe step through.
Finally in double figures, nearing a double-double in his debut here for Val City. Ooh.
An sportsmanlike foul on Formento.
That's something that our referees have really been strict about for the past couple of years already. Delikado nga naman talaga yung landing spot. They want to protect the offensive player as much as possible. That's why they call those kinds of fouls, to prevent the defensive player from crashing into the cylinder.
And I think they're still reviewing this. $16 points ang lamang dito ng Zamboanga. $63-47, and that would be in 3 free throws plus ball possession.
Upon review, it's a
lugging,
sportsmanlike foul
or
on
rather
number 3, John
punching
Formento's
more holes
fourth foul.
into already a horrible game for Val City.
Gabat at the line.
Actually, in the second half, Sedaf, these bench players have taken the forefront para sa Zamboanga Sikat. Guys like James Una and Reg Gabat.
In terms of effort, ibang klase itong pinapakita ng Zamboanga.
Indeed. It's going to be very exciting how they fare with other bigger teams in the South.
Actually, it's more of an effort standpoint itong dalawang teams natin.
Stark contrast. Definitely outclassed itong Val City in that department, and that's why the score is as it is right now. In terms of talent, pwede mo pa sabihin na baka mas lamang pa ng konting Val City, but definitely in players that want to prove themselves more, Zamboanga has that upper hand.
Alisay for 3. Yes, wow. They get 6 points out of that.
These guys are looking amazing. Even Kalisa is joining in on the party. He was able to hit a difficult reverse layup in that first quarter.
69-47. Lead is up to 22. Law. Out to Lau. Misses the 3. Rebound ni Michael Are. Narito Kalisay. Atake, Bangga. No good. Law with the rebound. Formento. Doesn't have the numbers. Parang pagod na si Lordy ah.
And Kent Lau is also slow to get back down on defense.
Lordy naglalakad eh. Formento hits the jumper.
If not for the production of John Formento and Kobe Mon, this game would already have been broken wide open kanina pa.
Una with another rebound. Kisantres ni Kalisay, Low with a rebound. Lordy is hobbling.
But there seems to be only one guy at the scorer's table. It's Kyle Nepes, and I think he's going in for Kent Lau.
What are they doing?
I don't know. It baffles me what's happening right here with Val City.
What are they doing? And ayaw pa nilang isub si Napes kahit, hindi na masyadong gumagalaw to si Lordy, who gets beaten by Kalisay. You gotta play with some pride here.
Exactly. Especially with the experience that your guys have. I mean, it's surprising that they're playing this way against young guys.
Check out this play of the game brought to you by 1xBet. Casajeros pinaluhod on that drive.
Impressive performance by Kalisay tonight.
Is a fan of the game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Mukhang fans of the game pa lang meron natin yan.
Dami.
Mga estudyante yata ito eh. Well, we are in for a treat in our next 2 games.
(71-49). Ang ating score, Napes looking for options. They go to low. Napes. Mabigat sa ilalim. Scores on the putback.
Napes got away with a travel there. He was already jumping. I can't understand why Kim Lo is also still on the floor. He hasn't been playing well this entire game.
Kawilan for 3, short. Napes with a rebound. Lo to Casajeros. Napes, top of the key, 3-pointer, still won't go. Lisa with a rebound. Chino Mosqueda will set up the play.
Valenzuela now is in his zone.
Chino lumapit. Jumper too strong. Napes with a rebound. Casajeros on to Lo. Casajeros to Formento. Lo fires a 3. Isay knocks down the 3.
These guys showing good stroke in this game. Kalisay, Altamirano, Kawilan. This Zamboanga team is full of shooters.
10 points now for Kalisay. I think magandang pangpataas ng kumpiyansa eh.
Exactly. Especially moving into their next games of the season.
Lordy with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Casajeros. Pinilit ang tira. Pasok pa rin.
Casajeros usually an impact player. He averaged 10 with Bicol last year. One of their few bright spots. That's his first basket of the game this afternoon.
Another error here. (74-53). And the game is JJ Galimit, a homegrown player. Was blocked by Lo, who barely jumped. In terms of the effort, parang hindi natin nakita yung Val City they were just going through the motions here.
Exactly. And it's so sad to see that, especially from a roster with these kinds of players. We've already seen these guys, battle-tested veterans here in the MPBL, and yet outclassed totally by young guns galing sa Zamboanga. It's disappointing because you expect these guys to be role models to a lot of the young players out there, but here today they were absolutely out of it.
Caseros comes up with a steal on Turco, foul by Altamirano.
Zamboanga will be going up against Zarangani in their next game. That's going to be an exciting one. Expect that to be a high-scoring affair.
These early season matchups, no, let's say Zamboanga and Sarangani, it could figure, to be an important game in when all is said and done in the regular season.
Correct, yeah. That's why here in the MPBL, every game counts. Whether you're going up against the top-tier team or a team that's just in the middle or in the lower part of the team standings, it's still a game that you should play hard in, because you never know when you need these types of wins, especially during the end of the season, as you mentioned.
So Ignacio coming in, Ichi Altamirano. It's a rest. Team Lo could not complete the three-point play. Mosqueda saves it. Lead is at 21. Ignacio pulls the trigger. He misses. Napes with another rebound. Parang hindi naghahabol eh.
Oh, they're just waiting for the clock to run out here. They know that they're going to lose this game. And I hope that this will be something that they deal with and address moving forward, especially because they have Louis Vigil still yet to play, and I'm sure Louis will not allow this type of attitude moving forward para sa kanyang koponan.
Ignacio knocks down the corner three. This is not to take away with what Zamboanga Sikat has done in this ball game.
Yeah, but you already knew midway through the third quarter practically what the outcome will be because of what Val City has been showing on the floor. And you hate to say it, but it's just reality right now.
Lordy Casajeros. Another late shot clock situation. That time he scores. "20-point lead. Coach Raymond still marking instructions. It's 1-on-5. Everyone's just walking. Napes, shot clock down to 5. They go to Lo. Formento from the corner, no. Mosqueda grabs the rebound. And it looks like Zamboanga Sikat will pick up their first win of the season. It's a 20-point blowout against Val City, which didn't look like it was ready to start the season.
Indeed, absolutely unacceptable the way they played today. And again, just like what I said earlier, I hope Coach Raymond Valenzuela and his staff address this kind of attitude. If they play like this throughout the season, then I don't know what else to say.
Oh my goodness. Zamboanga winning this one, 77-57. James Una in his return to MPBL action